When I was with Elite Private Tutors, I was with Daniel, and he really helped me with the organization of my study material before finals. And as a result, I was extremely comfortable going into finals, and I had a lot of good hopes for my grades at the end of finals, and it resulted in me going into the honor roll. Well, I had a few essays that I needed to prepare, and he went over some organization skills of how to organize my essays and in what order I should put my sentences and where I should put different emphasis on. He just helped me out a lot with small problems I was having, maybe with not knowing how to start off studying material, and he helped me realize what I needed to do to get ready.
Hi, I am so pleased with the service that we received through Elite Private Tutors. Not only is the tutoring phenomenal, but the tutors are some of the nicest people that I have met, and I'm delighted for my son to be spending time with these students. They're wonderful students and wonderful role models, and it's a great way for your child to be inspired by somebody who's not only smart and successful academically, but also the kind of person that you want to be and the type of person you would want to spend time with. So it's worked out wonderfully for us.
Hi, my name is John James Anderson. I'm 14 years old, and I'm currently at River Oaks Baptist School. And I've been tutored by various tutors with Elite Private Tutors for several months now, almost a year. And I've greatly enjoyed the service. It's always been friendly tutors that have come and helped me through my high school applications with ISEE testing and helping me just to raise my grades in general and help me gain confidence about school. And I've always liked that they're always on time and they're able to just give me the support I need, and whenever I feel that I'm down on something, they can always help me bring it back up. And I would recommend Elite Private Tutors to whoever needs someone to help them along and help them achieve more.
So welcome to Elite Private Tutors Award Ceremony here on Rice University's campus. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you that came out today. It means so much to our team. We've worked really hard on the speeches that we're going to give to each and every one of you. Tonight, we are celebrating you. You're our future, you're our legacy, and you are so much more than you realize to each and every one of us. So to get the ceremony started, I would like to invite Nathan up here. So let's give a round of applause for Nathan. Okay, so a little bit about Nathan. Nathan was a valedictorian of his high school in Corpus Christi. He's been working with many of our students in both tutoring and test prep. He actually took the year off to pursue his passion in music, and he's helping with his church. And through all of the tutoring that he's done, he's been able to record his first album with his Christian rock band. So without further ado, I'd love for us to give another round of applause for Nathan.
So I'm here with the honor to present 2 awards to some of our favorite students. So first, I'd like to call up here Leo Penny, please. It's right here, buddy. All right. And so I got to work with Leo back in October. They called me in, and I got to look at Leo's PSAT scores, and it kind of worried me because they were already really good. And so I didn't know if I was going to be able to help at all because he was already through the roof, really good PSAT scores, but he had a really high goal. He wanted to be a National Merit Commended Scholar, which is a tremendous honor. Top 2 or 3% of 11th graders in the nation get that honor. And we had 2 weeks till the test, and man, he worked really hard. And what did you get, a 208?
Yes, sir.
So he achieved his goal. So let's give him a round of applause. He's definitely one of the smartest students I've ever worked with. And I hope he comes to Rice. He'll probably have a lot of options. probably go to whatever school he wants to. But I'm pulling for Rice. So Leo Penny gets the most self-motivated award.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. And then I'm also going to present for Noah Penny. Would you come up here? And so I'm presenting on behalf of Daniel McBride, who couldn't be here. He's a senior. He's finishing senior design project right now. He's actually my roommate. And if you know Daniel, he's kind of a straight shooter. Doesn't really get very emotional. But I was pretty surprised because when I asked him about Noah Penny, he lit up. He had really great things to say, like nothing but nice things to say about Noah. When I asked him what to say for this award, he said that Noah was one of the nicest and smartest kids he'd ever worked with, very self-motivated. And in particular, he mentioned that Noah mentioned his desire to maybe be a small business owner one day. And that interested me because my dad's actually a small business owner. I know how hard it can be, but how rewarding it can be. And Daniel said without a doubt that Noah has all the skills that could make him a successful business owner one day. So Noah Penny gets most likely to be a small business owner one day award. Okay, great. Okay, so next up, Gretchen, are you coming up here?
Oh, I will introduce Gretchen.
Awesome. Sorry.
Thank you, Nathan.
All right. Okay, hope you guys are enjoying this. Get a little taste. Okay, next we have Gretchen. Gretchen, come on up. Gretchen's one of my, I love her. Gretchen is a valedictorian of her high school as well, from Weimar, Texas. She comes from a very small town. Her high school class, graduating class, was 50 students. Many of you in this class have much larger grades than she did. She loves every student she works with. I hear about it, we talk about it on Friday nights. We have a great time saying great tips to each other on how we can help more children. She thoroughly enjoys crafting essays. She's an English and economics major at Rice, and she's very involved with our subject tutoring, test prep, and college consulting. So let's give Gretchen a nice round.
Okay, I'd like to call John James Anderson up to the stage, to the front. Okay, so I've had the honor of working with John James for several months now. And just some background information. John James knows a lot about technology, like more than I could probably ever hope to know. And like he has helped me with like questions about my computer and questions about like technology. And so he's like so smart. But one of the things I really admire about that is that he's found ways to incorporate it into like all of his classes at school. So like not just his like science fair project, which was really interesting by the way, but he's also found ways to like incorporate it into like history and English, like doing projects on like how technology impacts our culture and like the history of like technology and important people in technology. So I think that's really cool and innovative. And so he's really one of the smartest students I've ever worked with, and I really enjoy it. Also, he's not just interested in science. So this year he's actually been able to star in his Christmas play. And people said that he did really well, and that makes him such a well-rounded person, and he really just has a really nice presence, and that really helped him with his high school interviews. And he got into Episcopal High School, which he got into many high schools, but he chose to go to Episcopal High School, so let's give him a round of applause for that. So like his intelligence in combination with like his personality and his like innovations really reminded me of someone really special, and so it's my honor to present him with the next Bill Gates Award.
Thank you so much, Gretchen. Give her a round of applause.
All right. Next we have Adrian. Adrian is also from Rice University. I guess you guys can see a trend. Adrian's from Rice. He has a 3.8 in mechanical engineering. He received amazing scores on his SAT and is one of the most sharp-dressed tutors on our team. He has traveled literally to every corner of the world, and he hopes to work in the energy industry when he graduates. So let's welcome Adrian to the stage.
Thank you very much, Neha. This next award goes to Matthew Baker, so if you'd like to please come up. A round of applause. So Matthew was actually one of my first tutors that I started tutoring here at Elite Private Tutors. And right off the bat, you could tell that he is one of the most inquisitive people I've ever met. This comes out in all aspects. Whenever we're going over math, he wants to know the fundamentals of the math equation. In addition, whenever we do biology, he wants to understand why this biological concept exists, where it comes from, information that I don't even know. Whenever we talk about the Roman Empire, he wants to discuss more about Julius Caesar, why he was the greatest emperor, just this drive for finding out more knowledge and for knowing more is so impressive in somebody at his young age. In addition, Matthew has an amazing command of technology. He uses his iPad in almost every aspect of class. I think it's incredible the things he does with it. He goes on to create study guides, he goes onto the web, he grabs PDFs, he grabs charts and graphs, he's able to compress them into PDFs, put them in these study guides, things that I don't ever do in my classes. So because of this, I'd like to present Matthew Baker with the Thinking Outside the Box Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Adrian. Good job. Okay, next we have David Wang. David, can I welcome to the stage? So David has a 3.9 GPA at Rice University in biochemistry and cell biology. He's practically fluent in Spanish as well, and he's received a 2300 on his SAT and a 34 out of 36 on his ACT. He wants to become an endocrinologist when he grows up. He enjoys volunteering as a Spanish translator in the medical center to patients when he isn't tutoring with us. Thank you so much, David.
At this time, I would like to welcome Kaki Duenner to the stage, please. So I've had the pleasure of working with Kaki ever since I started tutoring at Elite Private Tutors. She's extremely bright. I know that she's always prepared for every session that we have. And I know this because she always has goals that she wants to meet every time we meet up. Whether it's doing study guides or review sheets, doing geometry homework, biology reviews, you name it. I mean, she has goals set, and we want to accomplish this during the session, and we always do. I remember one time, she's just a really enjoyable student to be working with. I remember one time, I know that we had this abnormally long geometry worksheet. I even asked her, like, why is this so long? I don't understand. Like, how does the teacher give you homework on this like on a regular basis? And what she told me was that based on her block schedule at Episcopal, some students actually have 2 nights to complete the homework, whereas unfortunately for her, she only had 1 night because of the block schedule. And she didn't complain to me about it. She had a really nice demeanor, a really nice attitude, and I really appreciate that. And so without further ado, I would like to give Kaki Duenner the award for the most enjoyable student to work with.
Okay. Oh my goodness, so many pages I write. Okay, so we have my turn. Okay, everyone. As you know, I'm the CEO of Elite Private Tutors, a local tutoring company here in Houston, featuring local Rice students who work with local Houston students. Like many of you, I went to ROB, Episcopal High School. Eventually, I ended up at UT Plan 2 and Rice University. I absolutely love working with children. I've been doing it for over 11 years. And one of the reasons why Elite Private Tutors is successful is because we're not just tutoring. We're changing the way your children feel about themselves. And that's the motto that I really wanted all of our students to feel when they're working with us. Life is not just about getting A's. You can come up and see all the awards I've gotten. And I can tell you the only time I've really learned anything in life is through challenges. And what we do is we come through when you're having a challenge to coach you through that in the most healthiest, happiest way possible. So I would like to present my first award to Bruce Crandall. Bruce, can you come up, please? So I met Bruce earlier this year, and one of the things that I've noticed, as well as a few other tutors on my team, is that Bruce has no problem letting me know exactly what is running through his head. He's one of the most expressive students I've ever worked with, and with his honesty, it was very easy to tweak his mindset because I didn't have to guess what he was thinking as a teenage boy. Now that we've been working so much together, we've been seeing tons of A's, and I just want to give him an award for being most expressive and the most expressive student I've ever worked with. Awesome. Okay, my next award goes to Laura Noss. Laura, can you come up, please? Give her a round of applause. So I'm going to try to keep myself together. Laura was the first student I ever tutored. I met her a very long time ago when I was taller than her. And one of the most memorable experiences I ever had was when she asked me this little question, "Why are you brown?" And as I'm sitting in the session, I look back at her mom, and her mom looks at me, and she doesn't say anything. And I was like, okay, so this is one of those teachable moments that I can have teaching her, that God just left me in the toaster a little longer. We have many memories like that. Laura, you have always been inquisitive, curious, beautiful, amazing at soccer, dance, and so much more. And as most of my team will say, there's a moment in the relationship between a tutor and student where the tutor starts to learn so much from the student. With Laura, she has helped me discover my calling in life. I don't have children, but I have to say, watching you grow up is what has been one of the most amazing things that's ever happened to me. And I had no idea that the study habits that I gave her in second grade would make her so phenomenal at Episcopal making A's. I was instilling these skills at such an early age, and it was wonderful to watch the results of the work that I had done. And it just proves more and more to me how much of an inspiration you are to me. So Laura, you're the reason I started this company and have been able to develop such a phenomenal team and help so many students. And so I'm giving you the most inspirational award. Okay, so last, I would like to award our scholarship. We would like to award our scholarship to a student who has actually worked with many of us. This student has overcome so many obstacles in their personal life just in the last 12 months. He has taught us all how to stay calm, stay positive. In a lot of ways, he has the maturity of an adult. He's excelled extremely well academically with us, and everyone I've spoken to at a school feels that he's such a gift. He's also done wonderful work with our ISEE test program, and I'm so excited he's going to be at Episcopal this year. We unanimously picked him for our scholarship, and we hope that he uses it for technology. So John James Anderson, you are the recipient for the Elite Private Tutor Scholarship Award for 2013. I have a nice big check for you. Thank you so much. Rita, can you go get Stephanie from the other space? Okay, so at the end, we're going to all take a photo together. In the meantime, I just want to let you know, it has been such a wonderful year at Elite Private Tutors. And one of the other things that I am working on is starting a nonprofit or foundation. And I ask any of your parents, any of the students that have experience with this to please let me know any feedback you have. One of the goals that I have is to help have our students mentor other students in the Houston area that may not be as fortunate as us. It's an experience I had at 16, which made me figure out my calling. And I hope that all of you join this program in helping students that really need the mentoring from students like you. So without further ado, I'm going to move on to talking a little bit about our food tonight. So I have the pleasure of introducing Stephanie. She'll be coming in a second. She is from St. Agnes, and she has started her own company focused on healthy eating. She's actually a graduate of the Natural Gourmet School in New York City, and she's also the head nutritionist at Snap Kitchen. I hope you guys have had a chance to enjoy some of the bites today in the back of the room. She's going to be talking a little bit about some of the foods that she's created and how her passion led her from St. Agnes to where she is today. So can I please welcome Stephanie to the stage? Yeah, definitely.
Hi, thank you guys for having me, and I hope, like Neha said, you enjoyed the food. As she also said, I'm from St. Agnes, or I'm from Houston, and I went to St. Agnes, and then I went to New York University to get my undergraduate degree in nutrition. During high school, I kind of developed a passion for food and nutrition, sort of understanding what we put in our bodies really affected how we felt and our health. So that's what got me interested in to pursue an undergraduate degree in nutrition. I then graduated early and went to the Natural Gourmet Institute. They are a health supportive culinary school. So there was no white flour in the house, no white sugar. Everything was to support your health. Everything was real food, all organic, all that kind of good stuff. So I learned how to use alternative techniques to make food delicious while keeping it really healthy. From there, then I came back home and I got my graduate degree from Texas Women's University in the Medical Center and completed my dietech internship to be a registered dietitian. So I am a registered and licensed dietitian, and I work full-time doing that at Snap Kitchen. So I'm the dietitian for the Houston locations. And then I write a food blog called Ripe. And I put all my recipes on there so I can continue my passion of cooking. I had some short stints in restaurants in between getting my graduate degree and after culinary school, but I like to be able to do the balance of the health and the cooking. So, not every restaurant really suits my needs in terms of that, so I'm doing it myself. I'm opening up a pop-up cafe at Urban Harvest starting in May on Sundays, and so I'll be serving similar types of food that you're going to taste here in terms of it's all delicious, but hopefully you think it's all delicious, and all health supportive. So it's all plant-based foods, it's all real whole foods. So I'll have a changing menu every week, and it's a way that I'm kind of continuing with my passion and just kind of making it my personal mission to show and help everyone have a healthier diet through food. So if you have any questions about any of the dishes, feel free to ask, or questions about my background or anything like that, I'm more than happy to share. Okay?
But Stephanie was a perfect tie-in into, the whole concept of following your passion. Do one more student. Catherine, can you come up? So, Catherine is a native Houstonian who is a bioengineer at Rice and got a 2360 on her SAT. She has a passion for design technology and hopes to work on issues in global health. And she has wonderfully worked with some of our clients. So I'd like to welcome Catherine to the stage to give our award.
And so I'd like to welcome Kelly McGee up here. If you could come up here. Kelly is my first student at Elite Private Tutors, and I was just so shocked by how driven he was, and he's such a bright student. And I guess the thing that really stood out to me was how he really goes above and beyond his studies and his classes. And so Kelly's really involved in track, and so he has practice almost every day, and he'll be really tired, but still, like, he's always engaged at our sessions, he's always on time, and he's always incredibly courteous and incredibly curious. And so we're working in both pre-cal and physics, and after we learn some of the material in both these classes, he'll always ask, like, oh, so is this how this applies to something that he'd seen in real life or in something he'd seen in the news? And so I just feel like that kind of intellectual curiosity is really, really unique and something really valuable. And beyond just his studies, Kelly's incredibly courteous. He's so kind, and every time I come up, he always asks me how my day was. He asks me how I'm doing. And so today I'd like to present Kelly with the most likely to be a great husband award. Okay, wonderful. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed that one. So that concludes our evening. I would love for you guys to grab some more to eat at the back. There's tons, and take some to go if you'd like. Just to let you know, we are doing 1 free hour of tutoring. If you would like to give a video testimonial, we would love that. It helps all of our new clients to get a sense of who we are as a company, what makes us different than other companies in the city. And at the end, right now, I would really love it if we could have all the tutors and all the students come up with their awards to take a little photo. Okay, so I'm going to invite David to the stage, and he is going to present the next award. We have 2 more awards.
At this time, I would like to welcome Garrett to the stage. Okay, so I recently started working with Garrett, and we definitely cover some of the toughest subjects in high school. We do pre-cal, we do physics. I mean, math and science are probably the most challenging subjects we'll go through in high school. And so I've definitely seen a lot of improvement in Garrett's grades. I know he just got an A on his pre-cal test. Physics test? Yeah, both of them, I suppose, yes. I mean, when I went through high school, I think pre-cal and physics were one of the hardest classes that I had to go through. And I know that Garrett really welcomes the challenges. I know that in high school, some kids might not be able to do these things. I mean, I know that Garrett has the capability. He tries hard, he works hard. I have no doubt that he'll get into a great college and even do calculus BC next year. Whatever science classes he wants to take, AP classes, I know he'll do great in them. So without further ado, I would like to give Garrett Willis the Most Improved Award.
Okay, I'm going to present the next award. Can I have Katie Robinson up? Let's give a hand to Katie. Okay, so Katie was one of my students last year that I worked with. We went through a lot of ups and downs in geometry, and to be very honest, when I was at Episcopal, geometry was really challenging for me, so I completely sympathize with her. But one of the things I noticed about Katie was that she loved to write. At one point, she was an intern at Elite Private Tutors and did the best blog post we'd ever had that got the most traffic, and it was called Here, Fishy, Fishy. And she gave all of these wonderful tips for freshmen to really get a sense of what freshman year can be like and how to be careful or how to handle things in the hallway. And everyone has loved that, including our parents. Also, she took the creative writing class this year, and I have no doubt in my mind that she's going to have phenomenal essays for college. So I'd like to present Katie the Most Likely to be J.K. Rowling Award. All right, thanks. And that officially concludes our evening.